Right. Hello, everybody, and thank you for watching this video. We are very excited about today's announcement. This is Drew Bartlett with Olive Software, Director of Product Management and Marketing, and I am very excited to be joined by John Kelly today. He's the publisher of the Daily Clips newsletter, to announce that Olive Software and Daily Clips have partnered and for the Daily Clips daily newsletter eEdition. For those of you who aren't already subscribers to the Daily Clips, I'm going to introduce John Kelly here, who's the publisher, to tell a little bit about the Daily Clips newsletter and what sort of content is in there. Hi, John. How are you today?
Hi. How are you? It's great to have this opportunity with Olive, and I'm very excited about the prospects of partnering with Olive and the Daily Clips newsletter. I appreciate the opportunity.
We're very excited as well. It's quality publication, absolutely, and a really great opportunity for us as well. Can you tell us a little bit about your background as well and how long you've been doing the Daily Clips newsletter?
Sure, I'd be glad to. I've been in the publishing business for well over 30 years. My background has been primarily in the advertising revenue areas. I've been the vice president of advertising for a number of publications out there and worked with McClatchy, Gannett, Gox Media, just to name a few, as well as BH Media. And Clips is something that I started, believe it or not, in 1998 when I was a major account manager with the Sacramento Bee in California, in Sacramento, California. And at that time, I was the major account manager for the Sacramento Bee. And it really was a tool I developed strictly for myself. Being a major account manager, I wanted to know as much that was going on in our industry as possible, but also I wanted to know a lot more about our customers, at that point primarily retailers, what was going on with them, what were the trends that they were identifying, and in order for us at that point as a newspaper to develop advertising options and opportunities that we could benefit by partnering with them, selling them more advertising, obviously. And from there, Clips kind of grew on its own virally. Folks that were on my sales staff, on my major account staff, saw that I had this information, or I would query them about what was going on with Safeway or Macy's, and saying that I had just seen this. They want to know where I'd gotten this information in such a timely fashion. And so I started sharing it with my staff, and then from there it just kind of grew within the McClatchy organization, and I had to formalize it a little bit more than what I had been doing. And the way I went about it is I've been basically a computer geek, or very infatuated with the opportunities that any kind of digital play could offer us as a selling tool, as an informational tool. And so I developed and taught myself how to write crawlers. And that day, that was the way to do your searching. And so I wrote my own crawlers in 1998 to go out onto what was the web at that point and search for keywords, for lack of a better way, or maybe to oversimplify it. And my crawlers would pull down stories every day relative to what was going on in the publishing world, what was going on in the retail world. And so I would put those all together in a summary and then share that with people. It went from there where my staff would shared it with other staff members, and then pretty soon they were sharing it with their customers. And to make a long story short, it went from basically myself and 6 other salespeople to now we've got over 14,000 people who receive Clips every single day. Obviously, the technology has changed quite dramatically, and the opportunities to retrieve data are a lot more sophisticated than what they were in 1998. But the fun part is the core mission really hasn't changed that much, other than obviously the growth of digital and the digital space. So that when you look at Daily Clips and how it's organized in a fashion where it starts out usually with mostly stories about our customers, and primarily retailers, and what is going on there. It goes next into the digital space, what's going on in the digital world in terms of solutions that are offered by various vendors that would be a great asset to us that are in the media business. And then also looking at consortiums, looking at different digital partnerships that are occurring out there, so that if you don't know what's going on or don't have the opportunity, you'll be able to find it in one succinct document. And that's really the whole thing. It kind of spins around the fact that I can go out to a bunch of different publications and wire services, realizing that my readers are very, very busy people. They don't have time to subscribe to 50 different publications, and I can offer them a very condensed version of what's really going on in our business that they can look at each day. They don't have to read every story. There's a summary up on the top. Pick out the things that apply or most appropriate to what your interests are, and selectively read what's there. About 8 or 9 years ago, one of my top advertisers asked me why I wasn't including recruitment advertising in there, since I developed such a good readership, and it's a very, very focused readership. The bulk of the people are in the media business, about 80%. We have the balance is major retailers, major placement agencies, and venture capital companies. Those are the direct subscribers to Daily Clips. I can tell you, though, that what is morphed out of this is I know that several of my recipients actually have their own lists that they kind of pass Daily Clips on to, as well as folks like Gannett, Cox, and McClatchy, for example, all have Daily Clips loaded on their intranet, so whoever wants to can go in and pull Daily Clips off their intranet. So directly, we've got just over 14,000 subscribers, but where that evolves to, I couldn't tell you, but it's a good number. And it works, yeah, and it works very, very well in the recruitment area because it's the number of folks who run ads, recruitment ads with me, have told me what great results they get through the very targeted efforts that Daily Clips offers.
Absolutely. It's a fantastic publication, and it's why I read it on a daily basis as well, providing that incredibly convenient snapshot and a little bit of perspective on what's going on in terms of recruitment throughout the industry. Obviously, your publishing customers are, reading it for opportunities or placements as well. And of course, the advertisers that you have within the publication are all very much trying to reach that newspaper and media publisher audience that you have a great target for. So we're really excited. Olive's motivations, of course, wanting to speak directly to that audience are right in there as well. And we think this is tremendous. If our participants today aren't subscribers, how do they subscribe?
Well, that's the easy part. First of all, Daily Clips is absolutely free. It's funded by the advertising that runs in Daily Clips. So if anybody wants to get it or add as many people as they want, there's no problem there. And since it's primarily or it's all digital, it's actually a PDF document that you receive via email. All you need to do is email me at jkelly@dailyclips.com. And generally, I could add you that same day to the list. So it's very easy to subscribe to.
That's fantastic. And we will have that information at the end of today's presentation as well, so that if they'd like to subscribe, they can just shoot you a quick email.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Speaking of, so, what we're here today to talk about is in addition to learning more about the Daily Clips, is of course walking through the basics of the eEdition, how to do basic navigation, kind of highlighting the ads configuration that's being powered by Olive Ads. It's an HTML5 eEdition application, so you can read it on your mobile devices, on your tablet, your desktop. There are some slight differences in terms of how the navigation collapses, which we'll show you here in just a minute. And then, as John mentioned, PDF. A lot of organizations like to download the PDF and post it internally, or maybe you want to keep a particular copy. We'll show you how to do that and where you can access the back issues that we have available as well. So without further ado, I'll hop into the Daily Clips eEdition. And here it is. As you can see, if you're already familiar with Olive's eEdition platform, it's our HTML5 Olive Dynamic Newsstand eEdition. Primary navigation is, of course, across the top, as you're familiar with. I mentioned back issues, which is in that upper left-hand corner. We're keeping the last 30 days or the last 30 issues of back issues, but you can also navigate to the Daily Clips archive simply by clicking on this link, and that's available to you as well. So if you want to look back in the past at some of the topics that John has compiled information and reported on as well, absolutely a great resource. With each edition, John provides a very quick summary of the top headlines. All of those stories are listed kind of in the table of contents over here on the left-hand side as well. So if you want to click on any one particular topic or story, those are all listed over there. But if you're leafing through the publication, there's arrows on the right and left-hand side of the publication that will take you through. A single click on the page layout will zoom you in and zoom you out, so you can read right within the print layout if you want to. Or if there's a story you really like, if you double click on any of them, it will take you into our article view. So you can read the story in a text-based format. This is especially handy on mobile devices, of course, where your screen real estate is a little bit smaller. These stories can be translated into any language that you want. So if you want to practice your Spanish, granted it's a literal translation, but that icon is located here at the top. In the article view, if you wanted to read the story as it was laid out, we do have that functionality there. But if you're in the article view, you're probably there for reading. One of the things that I wanted to mention is John is participating in our Olive Ads program, which is these digital display ads that are coming throughout the application. Something we recently added was video advertising, outbound video advertising provided by our partner Teeds. And that is incorporated into the longer stories here within the eEdition. Our Olive Ads program is typically a revenue share, as we're doing with John as well. But the Daily Clips being an advertising-oriented publication, we have most of our advertising features enabled within the publication. So if you want to see them, if that's something you're considering participating in, this is a great resource to actually look at different ad placements and how they are presented within the context of content. On the right-hand side of the article view on desktop is a quick list of all of the other articles within the publication, so for easy navigation. But if you just hit the escape button or in the article view on the right-hand side, there's an X. On the left-hand side, there's a view on page shortcut, or again, the escape key will close you out of that article view. As you're transiting through the publication, once every few page views, we have our interstitial ad position. This 300 by 250 in the left rail, of course, the 728 by 90 at the top, are all just examples of some of the ad configurations that are available with the Olive Ads program. And then up here at the top, of course, we have a few different settings and configurations. Our digest view is a quick and simple list of every story in the publication. So that's often popular on mobile devices. Of course, replica, which is what it defaults to. We also have a dynamic view, which is kind of a tile-based view that if you single click on any one of these stories, it takes you into that article view. And it's a mix of all the article content as well as the advertisements as well. If you want to, the HTML5 version does allow you to download for offline. So say you're hopping on a plane, but you want to get your daily clips, you just go ahead and click Go Offline, and it will walk you through the download process, and it will show you the progress of the download. As soon as that download is over, it'll ask you, do you want to go into down or offline mode, which basically stops any external internet requests from happening. A quick and easy way to do that. But also, as I mentioned, and we have a way for you to clip items out of the daily clips, so a clip of a clip, by using our HTML clipping tool, which is very simple and easy. You just drag to the dimensions of what you want to clip, and then in the bottom right-hand corner, a check mark or an X allows you to copy, save, or print what you cropped out of the publication. But at the bottom of this download menu is the download for PDF, which we had mentioned at the beginning of the presentation is the easiest way to get the PDF publication, which is right here in my desktop now, if you want to post it internally to your organization. And then the last thing is if you're paying attention to the URL digital.olivesoftware.com/olive/odn/dailyclips. This will be posted on the Olive Software website with the URL for the eEdition as well. But if you want to subscribe after you've looked through us, under the help icon, there's a Contact Us button. If you click on that, a dialog comes up with John's email address, and you can send an email from your email right within the application, or you can use your installed email client as well, if you prefer. So that's the basics of the eEdition. When you're on a mobile device, as I mentioned before, we'll take this down to kind of a mobile size. This is an HTML5 application, so, and it's recognizing I'm on a desktop, so it's not changing my view. The view itself will change to a single page fit to width, presentation of the content, and there we go. So it'll look something like that. That left rail is available right here with that table of contents, but the application is touch enabled, so when you swipe, you can get, transit the pages forward and back. And the entire menu that was up here at the top at first, except for the download for offline, the search functions, and the back issues function, are all located under this hamburger stack. So if you click on this hamburger icon, it opens up with all of those options. You click again and it gets out of the way for you if you so choose. So that is the basics. And then in a tablet orientation, it would look something like this. The icons may expand depending on the resolution of your tablet, and the publication is available there as well. All right, so quick walkthrough of the application. Now on to who to contact if you want more information. Of course, John mentioned that if you want to contact him for either subscriptions or ad inquiries, his information is right here, and that is his cell phone number. So, and he told me before we started this that he is used to receiving calls from subscribers and potential advertisers as well. So don't hesitate to contact him if you have that need. Olive Software, if you want to know more about our eEdition, our ads program, etc., of course, olivesoftware.com is our website. If you're an existing Olive customer and you have an Olive Connect portal account, there will be more information in our backend portal. So that's connect.olivesoftware.com/oliveconnect. Or if you have questions for me, drew.bartlett@olivesoftware.com, and of course our phone number there as well. I mentioned there will be an announcement, a blog post on the Olive Software website that I'll be publishing today, so that should be live. And as I mentioned, if you want to subscribe or contact John, if you go under the question mark icon in our menu navigation, the help icon, within the Daily Clips eEdition, his contact information is there as well. That's all I had. John, did you have any additional thoughts before we wrap up for today?
Yeah, I just wanted to, once again, I'm absolutely thrilled to be in partnership with Olive. They've been around for a number of years. somebody that's been in this business for a while, they've always been on the leading edge and cutting edge of eEditions, and being able to take something like Daily Clips into this next phase is very exciting for me, and I think for Daily Clips. So I think the format is a wonderful format. I think it's going to make Daily Clips a whole lot easier for you as a reader to navigate through, and obviously go back in the archives and benefit by. But I encourage you to participate in this program. Feel free to add as many names to the subscriber list. It costs nothing, and encourage you to use the Olive software version of Daily Clips. And I appreciate Drew and the folks from Olive offering and going to partnerships with us on this. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, John. And we're really excited about this partnership as well. And again, if you have any questions for either of us, please feel free to reach out. Thank you all for your time, and we look forward to serving you.